First of all, congratulations to Arsenal fans, because of course they made another final, and I wonder if that would change a little bit the analysis, the negative analysis that some of the Arsenal fans, the loud Arsenal fans, some of them are doing about what's happening at Arsenal. There's no denial that Arsenal needs an impulse inside the camp, but there's no denial either that Arsenal is still competing, and they're doing it without overspending. On that, the latest on Aubameyang is that number one, Arsenal still confident because they have the word of the player. The player told Borussia Dortmund he doesn't want to play for them anymore, but he started training, and the expectancy is that he will be called up at the weekend. Let's see what happens with that. And the reason why he's back on training is because there is a little bit of disappointment on the position of Arsenal. They are negotiating, and I want to think that after putting a bit of 50 million euros, not pounds, euros, when the valuation is 65 million euros, the valuation 65 million euros from Borussia Dortmund suggests there's still 15 million euros difference. When the player knows about that, he thinks, well, I was the best goal scorer last season in the Bundesliga. You cannot expect to get me on a cheap. So it may all be part of the negotiations, but for Aubameyang, who of course realized that this would be a huge effort from Arsenal, he will want things done much quicker, because it puts him in a position where if he gets called up this weekend, what does he do? So we'll have to see what happens on that. But what it seems is that things are not going fast at all. As I said, the expectancy for Arsenal is that things will happen, but the impression that the other side have got, Borussia Dortmund, is that Arsenal are don't have enough ammunition available to get this player. So in a way, many would say typical Arsenal, that trying to get a bargain when they actually have to put the money. But do you blame Arsenal for not paying huge amounts of money for a player that they don't value at that price? It is a strange market, of course. I think Arsenal wants to keep things as they were, normal, more or less normal, but the market has gone absolutely crazy, and you have to pay for these kind of players. You have to pay crazy money. So interesting situation, a lot of question marks. This is not going to be rushed. As I said, the valuation, I said a couple of days ago, the valuation is still miles apart, but the latest is not only that Aubameyang may be available for the weekend, having said to Borussia he doesn't want to play for them anymore, but at the same time, unless Arsenal go around the 60 million euros figure, two things won't happen. Borussia Dortmund will not sell, and Aubameyang will not do the last push that these kind of deals need. He is willing to go further. He's willing to just make even clearer that he wants to go to Arsenal, even though he's done so already. But to do so, he needs Arsenal to push on their on the money and the transfer situation. Days to go still for the end of that, which suggests that, of course, there will be still time. That all this is part of the negotiations. That's what I want to believe, that Arsenal will put another bid at least, and they expect at some point Borussia to accept. But as I said, Borussia are starting to think that perhaps Arsenal do not have the ammunition required to make this still happen. So we will see. Be patient if you can, and if I hear any more, I'll let you know. Cheers.